Hey guys, I'm VASSY and you're watching the Department of Dance.
No fancy plane to get me high. Got no diamonds or shiny.
Hi, I'm VASSY and I'm a double platinum recording artist, producer, singer-songwriter. I always knew I wanted to do music, even as a little kid, not knowing what that was, being exposed to it at all, nothing. I don't come from an entertainment biz family, like nothing. My parents migrated to Australia, so it was really weird, this thing, this calling inside, not really knowing what is this, why do I want to do this, you know, how do I do this? And so I had a bit of a late start and kind of figured a lot of things out on my own. And you know, got a degree and everything, and took time off. You know, I had lost my dad many years ago and took care of him, and so I had a, you know, it was a struggle journey. You know, we were talking about this the other day. Everyone's like, you know, always like, oh, you know, I struggled, the struggle, and it's so boring hearing that because we've all had our struggles, and so it's kind of like, you know, yeah, there were struggles, but it's like trying to focus on, all right, what was the thing that I just persevered. And so, like I said, I even got a degree, but I just knew I wanted to do music. I don't think you choose music, it chooses you. And once it chooses you, you have no choice, you gotta do it. You have to find a way to do it. And that's it, there's no plan B, there's just plan A, and you've gotta make it work. I've been told I have a unique vocal sound, and people always ask me that actually. I would have to say probably I was inspired a lot by Billie Holiday in my teens. I loved jazz actually. When I first discovered her and American jazz, growing up in the rural parts of Australia, I became obsessed with this romantic idea of, you know, living in America, and you know, Autumn in New York was the first song I heard by Billie Holiday. So I just fell in love with her, and I remember at the time when I was a kid, I was kicked out of school choir because I was told I couldn't sing. And so later, you know, I had suppressed that side of me. And then in my sort of mid to late teens, I just, you know, had this voice. So when I heard her, I was like, oh my God, there was something about her voice. It was so emotive and I resonated with it. So I feel like she was very instrumental in shaping my career, like stylistically. For artists that are starting out, you know, it was really sweet. Like the other day I was at a cafe and this kid is a producer from London and knows me and had, you know, obviously knows my work and everything. And I was sitting at the cafe just having a tea, taking a few minutes away from everything to myself. And the kid came up to me later, he was really sweet, and he goes, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you're VASSY? Oh, and he goes, oh, I just want to say I'm a big fan and all this stuff, and asked me, is it okay if I email you some things? And then later I went to pay for my bill and the lady's like, oh, it's already been taken care of. And I was like, what? No, I haven't paid for it. She goes, no, the you know, the gentleman over there took care of it. And he was probably under 20 still, this kid, right? So I thought that was a really cool move. Now, I actually gave this kid my email. I don't always hand it out. But he got my attention. So now when this kid emails me, I'm really gonna listen to his work, and I may even give him a shot. And maybe give him an opportunity to work on something. So not that I'm saying go do that and stalk people and like pay for the, you know, whatever, meals and drinks and stuff, but I think finding unique angles or just following your gut, and that's kind of what I've always done. I don't force things. So I have access to quite a few people, so I could be like, oh, you know, but I think a lot of these things are about timing and just doing the work as well. And being relentless, but in a graceful, non-irritating, charming way. So I know that doesn't sound, you know, it's nothing literal, but it's kind of not a black and white situation. All I want to say is just don't give up, really believe in yourself and, you know, go for it, because you're going to get a lot of knockbacks and stuff. So one of the best moments of my career would be, I have a couple, but you know, when obviously I went the 7 times double platinum with the BAD, the David Guetta record, and getting my plaque for that, that was really cool. I enjoyed getting 2 awards, IDMA awards, one for BAD with Guetta and one for Secrets with Tiesto. I really enjoyed performing with Tiesto this year at Tomorrowland, coming out and doing Secrets a cappella in front of 300,000 people and having everyone sing along. Even when we did Ultra Festival. I mean, these are really cool moments because, well, first of all, you're in front of like, you know, over 100,000 people. Even in Spain, when I performed in Barcelona, that was about 70,000. But I'm thinking, okay, Spain, you know, and I come out and as soon as on the very first word, you know, everyone's singing along and it was so cool. And then after the show, you know, there's like an area where fans can come, and I had like a little VASSY fan club and people were asking for autographs and making things for you. And I was so moved to think that, you know, songs that I've written, whatever, not, you know, just writing, because that's what I do, are songs that have connected with people. So it's little moments like this, like with my fans, that I know I've given you so many different moments, but they're all such special moments for me, and they're the things that inspire me to keep doing what I do. I think for me, my career is that it's in an interesting place right now because, like, for example, my new record with Tiesto, Nothing to Lose, is a top 20 record on dance radio in America. And you know how hard that is. If you look at the top 20, it's basically all the top DJs, you know, from Chainsmokers to, I mean, you name it, like Major Lazer, all the top DJs. And then I'm sandwiched between, Drake, Bruno Mars, Alicia Keys, Gaga, The Weeknd, and Ariana Grande. Now, these are all mega pop acts on major recording labels. And then you have me, VASSY. And it's weird because people don't know what to do with me. Everyone knows what to do with DJs. They get it. It's a very different system, you know. DJs are out on the road every weekend playing in front of hundreds of thousands of people, whatever, every week, right? And this just goes on and on and on. But then when you have an artist who's hasn't really crossed over yet in the pop world and doesn't have like the pop label behind her, but is kind of people don't really know what to do. So it's a unique time, and I feel like I'm about to make some moves that I think are going to create the pathway for artists like myself to come. And once I can do that, I think it's going to make it easier for other artists in my position who say have been featured on big, you know, EDM dance anthems, but are artists in their own right that are trying to cut through. And it's tough, you know, it's really, really hard, especially when you don't fit in the box. So I'm determined to do that so that I can finally represent a voice, and then slowly, like, you know, other artists that kind of have maybe like a journey sort of like mine can cut through. That's my mission. So in the next few years, you'll be hearing a lot more of me, like more VASSY solo records, and you'll be hearing me way more on pop radio in America. That's my goal. Before I get on stage, I get a little buzz, and I used to get more nervous back in the day, but now my nervousness is more just excitement. So whether it's, you know, performing in front of 5 people in a closed showcase environment, or, you know, 500,000 people. So people always ask me, don't you get nervous or anything? And I'm like, no, not really. I kind of get excited. I might be like, oh, you know, what am I going to do at this moment? And I try not to overthink it. So to help people that I think get, you know, to prepare yourself. I mean, I might do a few little exercises. I don't do as much as I should, because backstage you're always mingling and there's really no time to think about, oh, let me do my vocal exercises. And it's not like you're gonna do a concert like Adele or something. But I just think to myself, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna be me. I'm just gonna go out there and be me. Because at the end of the day, you can't please everyone, and you're still gonna get, you know, like they say, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So, you know, some people might be like, say something, oh, I don't like what she's wearing. Or like, oh, she's put on weight, or oh, you know, all sorts of things. You know, as a woman, you go through stuff, and you know, sometimes you go through some health things, or maybe you were not, you know, active for a while, or so you're gonna get stuff. But to be honest, it doesn't matter, because all the positive stuff is so awesome. So I always say to people, don't worry about it. Just be yourself, go out there and just do you. So once you let go of that, because nervousness, I think, just comes from, oh my God, what are people gonna think? You know, am I gonna screw up? It's like a fear. That's what it is. It's not like a nervousness like, oh my God, I'm so excited, yeah, you know, because that's a different nervousness, like, woohoo, you know. So you just don't worry about what they're gonna think. Just go out there and be happy, have a good time. And if you fuck up, you fuck up, you know. I've messed up a couple times and you just tell people like, rewind, let's do that again, you know, and just have fun with it, so.